Welcome to Charge Forward Coaching, the podcast for committed athletes who want to achieve more on and off the field. Hosted by James Blasco, certified mental toughness and resilience coach. You'll gain insights and inspiration from elite athletes, coaches, and others who know what it takes to excel. Are you ready to take your game to the next level? Then tune in, get inspired, and let's charge forward. Now here's your host, James Blasco.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Charge Forward Coaching Podcast. I'm your host, James Blasco. Thanks for joining. So today is going to be the first in a four-part series on the 4 C's of mental toughness. So if you're not familiar with the 4 C's of mental toughness, they are control, commitment, challenge, and confidence. All 4 are important. Confidence might be the most important, but today we're going to focus on control. And with control, there's really couple aspects of it, but before we dive in there, I want to give you an example of an athlete we all know, and that is Tom Brady, and he might have maybe the best example of ultimate control, him, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant. But the thing with Tom Brady is tons of confidence. His control, it's so obvious because control is a lot about managing your emotions and a lot about managing the bigger picture of things, whether it's the game, your career, whatever it is, the bigger picture. And he has complete control over that. So we're going to go over the 2 key elements of control, emotional control and life control. And then we'll give you a little bit of feedback on what you can do to maybe develop more control, if that's what you need. And then in the next couple episodes, we're going to go to commitment and then a challenge and then confidence. So let's talk about emotional control. Emotional control, kind of what it sounds like. You want to be able to manage and control your overall emotions, especially in high stakes situations. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't have any emotions or that you're not aware of those emotions, but it's really about taking stock in what the emotion is, managing it at that specific moment, maybe putting it to the side, being able to do that. And it's really, really important. It starts with self-awareness. First, you have to recognize that you're having that emotion and that you're in complete control. That emotion is there because you're kind of making it happen. And so you're feeling some type of stress potentially. And so what you need to do is take control of that emotion. And again, put it to the side or find a process that helps you work through it. Sometimes you don't have a lot of time to do that, and that's why you need to work on it. The other side of control is life control, and that's kind of the bigger picture of things. That is knowing how to prepare for a season, for a game, for a specific moment in the game, things like that, preparing for an exam, knowing that you've done the right things, and that helps build confidence and, again, reduces stress, and you're in complete control of your process, which is extremely important. In process, many of the great athletes, business people, whomever, they talk about process as being one of the most important things that you could really become an expert on, that preparing for what you're trying to do. Those are the moments that really make you a champion. And those are the things that a lot of people kind of gloss over or take shortcuts. But if you take control of that particular part of your experiences, you're going to find that in the biggest moments, it'll help you take more control over your emotions. And when you do that, you're going to lower the stress. You're going to be able to play and think at your very best, at your highest level. And there's probably a lot of people on the field or the court or whatever it is you're doing that may not have as much control emotionally, right? And so their stress level's a little bit higher, their ability to perform is a little bit lower, and you could take advantage of that. So emotional control and life control, 2 huge parts of overall mental toughness as it relates to the 4 C's of mental toughness. So what are some things that you can do? Well, number 1, we kind of already touched on one: prepare, have a really good process and have a really good routine, whether it's your workout routine, your practice routine, your pre-game routine, your post-game routine. Everything in your life has to really function at a level that you know what's going to happen next. And then within that, sounds a little crazy, but in your preparation, you need to prepare for things that you might not expect, things that are out of the norm of your routine or situation, and get a game plan together of how you're going to handle that. That's part of the process too. All of that will make you feel more comfortable in those key situations, and it's going to help you get control, again, of those emotions, and the stress comes down and so forth and so on. The other thing that you could look to work on is visualization. So You hear that term a lot, but that's part of the preparing process. You need to not just visualize your success on the field or in the classroom, but really visualize when you're preparing, how are you going to prepare, and what does that preparation look like, and what are your expectations from that process? So that's a big part of visualization. The other thing is just really getting your mind clear, devoting a certain amount of time, even if it's 10 minutes a day, to some meditation or just sitting in a quiet place, putting your phone far, far away for sure, and letting your mind just clear out. Like, all the thoughts, just imagine they're in a river and they're just floating past you, and you're able to focus and clear your mind. It'll do wonders. And a lot of people also practice their breathing techniques, and that's part of the meditation process as well. And it really plays a big role, and it could be quite not just refreshing, but provide a tremendous amount of energy, both mentally and physically. So those are some of the things that you can do. So on the next episode, we're going to focus on commitment, the second C within the 4 C's, and we're going to, eventually get down to challenge and confidence, which again is probably one of the key areas there. So you can visit chargeforwardcoaching.com. A lot of our other podcasts, we talk to very successful people. We focus on the 4 C's. They give us their feedback. It's going to be even more in depth than what I've provided. Also, give me a call. I have free discovery calls, 50-minute sessions. We can do it via Zoom, whatever. And, we can look for ways to potentially help you in what you're trying to accomplish, utilizing the 4 C's and some other things. And also have group sessions. So you can sign up for a group session. One is on the 4 C's of mental toughness, and the other's on the mindset of a champion. So go to chargeforwardcoaching.com, check all that stuff out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and we will see you on the next episode.